Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. I'm Paula Chaikin, Director of Outreach for Studio B, a global well-tech company providing comprehensive mindfulness-based resources for personal and professional development. Our innovative platform offers a seamless experience for both people and companies seeking a healthier integration of work and life. Our trainings, which we hope you'll share with your teams, include our 8 or 16-week signature series, our new and timely COVID and beyond workshops, such as leading through and beyond crisis, navigating the return to work, and mindful Zooming, as well as a 30-day tune-in and virtual retreats. And many of these workshops are taught by today's facilitator, Dr. Christine Keisinger. Dr. Keisinger is Vice President of Development and lead trainer of conscious communication and emotional intelligence for Studio B. In addition to helping produce our signature series, Christine creates and delivers advanced professional enhancement courses in the areas of interpersonal communication, conflict management, innovative leadership, group and team dynamics, and stress management. I'm sure you'll enjoy this afternoon's offering, which is similar to what we taught at this Philly SHRM Symposium. The workshop will last about 45 minutes and we'll have time at the end for questions. So without further ado, Dr. Keisinger.
Thank you, Paula. I'm so glad to be here. Although I can't see your faces, many of your faces, I think I just got muted. Okay, I'm back. I likely saw some of you at a regional SHRM conference about 2 years ago when I gave a workshop on emotional intelligence. That just occurred to me as I was listening to Paula give the introduction. So I want today to be as experiential as possible. So if you are in a place where you can engage the practices with me, then you're going to have a felt embodied experience of the kinds of ways in which you can fast track yourself out of stress response and into a more peaceful state of mind. For many of us, the last 6 months have been really stressful. And one of the things that I've been very aware of, not only within myself, but in a lot of people around me, is that although the last 6 months have been really stressful, many of us have kind of found our groove. We're sort of figuring this out. We're not necessarily into a new normal, but we might be sort of finding our way through this. And at the same time, feeling worse than we felt at the beginning of this global pandemic. Why is that? Many of us are finding that we're incredibly exhausted, just physically not feeling ourselves. We might be noticing that we're cognitively compromised. We might be feeling more forgetful than usual, or finding it difficult to problem solve or to have access to the creative part of our brains. Emotionally, we might be finding that we're experiencing a little higher levels of anxiety, bluer blues, deeper levels of depression, or just sort of erratic emotion. Relationally, we might be experiencing frustration, irritability, annoyance, high reactivity in the presence of those that we love and care about. And professionally, we might be experiencing the sense that we're not as effective as we once were. We don't feel as engaged with our work and with each other as we once did. All of this is completely normal, and there's a reason for it. We have reached our level or our limit of what is known as our personal surge capacity. If you've never heard this term before, you might start seeing it in literatures related to what's happening right now for so many of us. So here's what the deal is. Whenever crisis hits, or we're confronted with a really challenging challenge, most of us have what we call a surge capacity. We have the physical, emotional means to manage whatever it is that we have to manage. In other words, when you think about the way in which you were able to act very, very quickly when all of this hit, You sort of put your head down, you got to work, you put one foot in front of the other, and you were able to cope. But our surge capacity is limited. It's limited. It has to be replenished. When we use the term unprecedented or the word unprecedented to describe what we're experiencing, part of the reason we use that word is because in many of our lifetimes, I know that this is true of me, I have never experienced a crisis that lasted this long. And the only thing I can be certain of is that there's still uncertainty ahead. So like so many of you, my own surge capacity is depleted. And it's really important. Self-care, stress management is always important. It is exceptionally important now. I want to lead you through a sequence. I want to lead you through a sequence that involves some movement, some mindfulness, and some meditation. And again, a longer version of this will be offered in a few weeks at the conference. But I want to lead you through this sequence that is so easy. And I'd love for you to experience it. If you're driving, just listen. There will be a part of you that will respond and relax just to my mentioning and guiding through these practices. But these are things that you can do immediately. And these are things that you can do from your chair. I'm not even going to get out of my chair. And these are tried and true practices, and I know because I've been doing them every day, especially between Zoom, video conferencing, all of the time that so many of us have been spending in front of the screen. Okay, so I want to tell you a little bit about what we're going to do. We're going to do some gentle movement in the body, and that's going to prepare us to take really good care of our eyes. If you have been in front of a camera many, many hours per day, relying a lot on your technology for your work right now, chances are your ocular nerves, which support your vision, and your eye musculature is really strained and might even be weakening. So the eye work helps to restore the musculature, and at the same time, it helps to relax the musculature and really helps to nourish the ocular nerves. We have to take care of our eyes. And that's going to lead us into the work we're going to do through the face. Our face faces the world. Our face faces these cameras. Our facial muscles, and there are hundreds of them, absorb stress. I want you to have the experience of releasing stress that might be trapped or isolated in your own facial muscles. And then I want to guide you into a guided meditation that's going to have the effect, it's my intention anyway, that it will have the effect of creating what I call relaxed attention. I want you to be able to end this session and go back into your day feeling attentive, focused, clear, and simultaneously relaxed. It's a beautiful combination. I don't want to waste any more time talking about all of this. I would love for you to just trust me, to join into this practice. Again, if you have your camera on, I can't see all of you, feel free to turn the camera off. If you want to really sort of have a private experience, and the private experience of taking care of yourself. I'm here, I know you're there, so let's get to it. So the first thing that I would like for you to do, and I assume that you are all seated or next to a chair, is to come into that chair and to sit at the edge of your seat. Again, this sequence is something you can do right at your desk or from your home video conferencing station. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to release and relax the cervical vertebrae that have been holding up your head every day of your life. So please join me as you gently just drop your chin to your chest. I'm doing this along with you, and I hope you can hear me, but you drop your chin to your chest and relax your shoulders, and you should feel a release through the neck and the upper back, and even the shoulders. Just notice if anything gives. The average human head weighs between 6 and 8 pounds. Just doing what I'm doing now is extremely beneficial for that neck of yours. And now, aiming in the direction of the right, we're going to begin rolling the head to the right, and then bring it back nice and easy, and then to the left, and then let it drop down toward the chest. So we're doing these head rolls or neck rolls. And we started our orientation toward the right. Now, if you have neck tension, my recommendation would be 10 rolls per side. We're just going to do 4. And you're going very slowly, and you might actually hear popping, cracking, snapping. You might hear the sensation of this movement in your ears. It's just the cartilage. It's perfectly safe. Chin back to your chest. And now we're going to take it to the left. Same thing. Be very gentle, but as you're moving, just notice, wow, the weight of this head, especially as it comes back and as it comes forward. I have all kinds of sounds, sensation through the cervical vertebrae, through my upper back, between the shoulder blades, because I had a lot of Zoom work this weekend. Chin comes back to your chest, rest here, take a deep breath in. And exhale. Gently bringing your head back center. Take the shoulders up to your ears. Feel the contraction here. They're high, they're near the ears. All at once, let go. And again, draw the shoulders up to your ears. Holding, and let go. And one more time, shoulders up to your ears. Holding. Quickly, just let it go. Closing your eyes, noticing, remembering. If the body was a map, the geography between the shoulders and the ears should be very vast. Many miles between the placement of the shoulders and your ears, knowing that when we are stressed, the shoulders, we don't even know it, start to creep up toward the ears. They are meant to be down and back. And let's just roll those shoulders back. There really isn't anything in this gentle movement sequence that you don't already know about, that you probably haven't already practiced. But when I roll the shoulders back, close your eyes and you might notice again, some popping, snapping, crackling sensation between your shoulder blades. You are breaking up that tension right now. So this is really important. And when you bring the shoulders back, you're opening up through the lungs, and you're opening up through the heart, and you're opening up through the chest, all of which tends to get really collapsed when we're working, especially when we are video conferencing, Zooming, right? I want you to notice that when you're in front of the camera, whether you're the leader, the speaker, or the participant just listening, our orientation is forward. We're leaning forward, we're sitting forward. Just be aware of how important it is on occasion to sit back. Good, relaxing your shoulders. Now, coming a little bit more to the edge of the chair, I want you to take your arms in your hands and place them behind you. So they're behind you on the chair as you push the chest forward and bring your shoulders back. So we're really pressing out and forward through the chest. And if it feels okay for you, leading with your chin to the sky, let that head drop back and breathe. Holding this as you breathe, I want to talk to you a little bit about what we're doing. We're doing a seated backward bend. Please close your eyes. Become aware of the expansion in your chest and your heart. And right at the center of your body is your liver, your gallbladder, pancreas, spleen, all parts of the colon and your stomach, the digestive system. We are giving all of those organs space right now because, again, in that forward positioning, we're actually collapsing our own weight onto our organs. And release, release, release. And to counter that, we're going to sit back in our chair, bring the arms around the body as if you're embracing, and just hinge forward, head down. So we're actually forward folding from that backward bend because we've got to keep the body in balance. So we were opening up and now we're coming forward to balance out both of those movements. Just hold it there for a few moments, breathing as I'm talking you through this. If you ever notice that by 2-3 p.m., you're really starting to feel gurgly in the gastrointestinal system or bloated or gassy, that is because too much of your weight has been forward all day. So opening yourself up, just like we did in that backward bending, is really critical, really critical. And very, very slowly, we're going to release those arms, bring them to our sides. We're going to take the arms out, and we're just going to press the chest forward like this, right? Into that backward bending. And now I want you to come forward, fold forward. Good. And inhale, opening the arms, bringing them back, opening through the chest. And exhale, bending forward. So we're bringing these two movements together, opening up, expanding. This does wonders for your posture. And exhale, forward folding. 2 more times. Inhale and exhale. 1 more time. Inhale and exhale. Good. Coming center, coming back to the edge of your chair. Just bringing the arms just like this, right? Nice and easy. Elbows are bent. And we're just going to take a twist to the right, hold, come back center, and then twist the body to the left. And come back center. And twisting to the right and to the left. Now I want you to continue on with the twisting as I talk you through this. So in Eastern medicine, the key to longevity is mobility and flexibility of the spine. So in this sequence, my goal was to get you to move the spine in as many different directions as possible so that the organs and glands are getting everything that they need, so that the spinal fluid is moving, the spine is bending, and overall, you should feel invigorated. You can do a condensed version of all of these moves and coming back center and release the arms. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Now, let's say you're having a day, you don't have time for any of that. I want to recommend one of my favorite things to do, and that is to shake. And all we're going to do is shake through the hands. And I mean really shake. Do not inhibit the shaking, right? Really loose and relaxed through the wrists, and we are shaking. Why is shaking important? Shaking is important because we are literally shaking out of the system excessive cortisol and adrenaline, which are the stress hormones. Animals in the wild shake almost convulsively once they feel that they are free of threat. If they were in fight mode, if they were in flight mode, if they were frozen and paralyzed, once the threat has passed, they will shake. They know what to do. Relax. And as you relax, drop the hands, place them into your lap, and you might feel a tingling sensation, and it's just the release of so much stored and trapped energy that you need. Deep breath in and exhale. I want to invite you now to sit comfortably in your chair. So we're going to come off of the edge of the chair. We're actually going to sit back into the chair so that we actually feel the support of the chair behind us. And if you have your eyes closed, I want to invite you to open your eyes. And I want you to look at something directly in front of you that's at eye level. For me right now, that's my camera, the light on my camera. And I want you to take all of your awareness to your eyes. These eyes that work so hard, these eyes that are comprised of muscle. And through the sequence, we are not going to move our heads at all, only the eyes. So keeping your gaze soft, keeping your head still, stretch the eyes all the way to the right as far as you can. Hold. And now stretch the eyes all the way to the left as far as you can. Hold. And stretch to the right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, center. Close your eyes. Deep breath in and exhale, adding a sigh if that feels good. As you're extending the eye muscles to the right and left, really feel the stretch of the muscle. Opening your eyes, finding that center point. Without moving your head, look all the way up as high as you can. Feel the muscles extending. And now look all the way down. And up. And down. Really stretch. And up. Feel this. And down. The eyes need this. Up. Down. Up. Down. Up. Down. Center. And close. In a longer practice, I might move right, left, up, down at least 20 times each at various speeds. It's up to you. You can go really slowly. You can go really quickly. I'm going to do one more thing for the eyes. Opening your eyes, I want you to imagine that straight ahead there is a very large timepiece on the wall in front of you, and we're going to move around the numbers of this clock. Center is center of the clock. So I want you to look all the way up to where the number 12 would be. Running counterclockwise, bring the eyes to the number 11. Stretch the eyes to 10. Stretch them all the way over to 9. 8. Stretching down to 7, all the way down to 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Center and close. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Opening your eyes. Looking all the way back up at 12. Find 1. Find 2. Stretch over to 3. 4. Stretching down to 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. Back up to 12. Center. Close your eyes. Allow the eye muscles to rest. Please know that in that sequence, left, right, up, down, counterclockwise, and then clockwise, we have both deeply stretched and strengthened the musculature of your eyes. Now, keeping your eyes closed, rub your palms together really, really hard. So you're creating a hot, fiery sensation between the palms. And when those palms are really warm, please place them over your eyes with some very firm pressure. Allow your eyes to bathe in the warmth and darkness of your hands. This is how we take care of your optic nerves. When the optic nerves get irritated, this is when we can get migraines, tension headaches. This is when we can feel really tired. And in reality, we're not tired. The eyes are tired. This is called palming. When the heat dissipates, warm them up again. And again, place them over your eyes, allowing the eyes and the eye musculature to really rest and relax, the optic nerves to rest and relax under the heat of your own hands. Again, if you don't have time for the eye work, palming just 3 times each day can make a tremendous difference in the health and the well-being of your beautiful eyes. If you have children, teens, please share the eye work with them. The eye work also has the benefit of improving your capacity for focus, concentration, attention, and even memorization. So very gently remove those hands from your eyes and allow them to rest in your lap. Again, you are fully supported by your chair. And I want to have you close the eyes, or if you've opened them up. And we're going to move into probably the most important work we'll do today. And that is our work through the face. Again, for the most part, our cameras are off. My eyes will be closed. If you need to look at me to see what it looks like, please feel free to do so, but know that no one will be looking at you. So please really engage in these facial exercises. So keeping your eyes closed, raise your eyebrows up as high as you can, as if you're bringing your eyebrows right up into your hairline. Holding that contraction, holding, 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 and release all at once. And now squeeze your eyes as tight as you can, contracting the tiny muscles around your eyes, squeezing them, squeezing tighter, 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 a little bit tighter, and relax. And now crinkle the nose. Contract the tiny muscles around your nose. They're there. Engage them. Holding that contraction, holding, 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 and release. Draw the upper lip down over the top teeth, stretching beneath your nose. And release. Draw the lower lip up over the bottom teeth, stretching through your chin. And release. Suck your cheeks in tight, lengthen through the cheeks. And release. Puff the cheeks up, fill them with air. And release. And now for the most important part of the facial stretch. This is it. This is so critical. I'll tell you why. We'll do it 3 times. No one is watching. Open the mouth as wide as you can. Extend the tongue out as far as you can, aiming the tip of the tongue toward the bottom of your chin. This may seem strange. It is critical. We are opening up and releasing tension from the jaw, main site of stress in the face. Holding, 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 and let it go. As you let it go, allow the lips to come together gently. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, allow the shoulders to relax. We're going to do that a second time. So I want you to open the mouth as wide as you can, extend the tongue out as far as you can, silently, forcefully, roaring away anyone, anything that you just wish you could release. Just roar it away silently. Or if you're alone and you're muted, roar it out loud. Holding, 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 and let it go. Good. Same thing. Take a deep breath in. And exhale with a sigh. All right, last round. I want you to notice that when you do that, you contract deeply through the throat. This particular positioning of the jaw and the tongue is essential for the body's immunity because it activates your thymus gland, which rests at the base of the throat. The thymus is command center of your body's immunity. Okay, so for the sake of your immunity, open that mouth, extend that tongue, feel the contraction through your throat, strengthening, activating, command center of your immunity, holding, 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 and let it go. Very nice. Take a deep breath in and exhale with a sigh. Please bring the lips together very gently. Allow a slight separation between the upper and lower teeth. And wherever your tongue is, let it go limp inside of your mouth. And just know that when the lips, teeth, and tongue are in this position, your face is in neutral. There's no contraction, there's no restriction, there's no tension. You are in neutral. Just feel how that feels. And know that the theory is that whenever the face is relaxed, the body follows. And when the body starts to relax, the mind, it wants to join in. So sometimes all you need to do to fast track yourself out of stress response is to bring the lips together gently. Allow the slight separation between the upper and lower teeth. And wherever that tongue is, let it relax. No one even has to know. By relaxing the face, you settle the system quickly. Continue to keep your eyes closed. And I'd like you to draw your awareness to your feet. And just allowing the feet to rest on the floor, hip width apart. Palms preferably resting gently on your thighs. And again, your back is fully supported by your chair. Please take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, allow that exhalation to be a little bit longer than your inhale. Take another deep breath in. And as you exhale, lengthen the exhalation. This is another way that we settle the system. One more time, deep breath in. As you exhale, lengthen it out, relaxing the shoulders a little bit more. And just allow the breath to be very natural. And although the back is supported by the chair behind you, I want you to just very slightly sit up just a little bit taller, yet relaxed, as you imagine that you are centering your spine, so that that spine behind you feels very tall, very relaxed, and very dignified. Feeling the weight of your own feet resting against the floor. As you exhale, allow your own energy to descend, dropping down into those feet. Connecting to your own strength, your own capacity to be really grounded when the world is spinning. Allow the shoulders to drop down a little bit more and just bring them back just a tad. As you become aware of the expansion through your chest, that expansion increasing your capacity to breathe, opening up the lungs and the heart. So we've centered through the spine. We ground and steady and stabilize through the feet. And we open up into that state of relaxed attention. With a soft chest and an expanded heart. Centered through the spine, grounded through the feet, open through the heart, we are reminded that although the world might be spinning around us, no matter what's happening, I can remain calm. I can remain stable and steady. And I can remain open to everyone and everything. Calm, strength, expansion. I cannot be this and stressed at the same time. Gently guide your awareness back to your breath. Just noticing how you feel from the time we began until this very moment. We moved mindfully. We did some deep release. And we found a little bit of respite and sanctuary in guided meditation. And whenever you're ready, but only when you're ready, this is your time. I want to invite you to open your eyes and just allow the light in the room around you to come to you. Don't go reaching out for it. Allow it to come to you. That brings us to a close to our practice. If any of you care to share how that felt or have any questions, I am here for you. And sometimes after experiences like this, we don't want to speak. And so I get that as well.
I'm chiming in. I thought it was fantastic. I didn't show my camera because I'm in like workout mode. I didn't know what we were going to be doing. I thought it was great. And I think for everyone who's attending the symposium, like this is such a great thing that they could do at their desks, that it's very, it's feasible. And so, and it's accessible to everyone. So I'm really excited. I think it's a great thing that we'll be able to offer to all of our participants.
I gave this a lot of thought, and I thought I wanted to give you something you can use today. And that was easy, and something that, is easy to remember, and something that we never got off the chair.
Great.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm glad that you enjoyed it. Yeah.
Thank you.
And you're welcome. Anyone else?
I was gonna say, I wasn't sure what I was gonna get myself into. I thought we were gonna talk about mindfulness. I didn't think we were gonna do a practice.
Yeah.
But it's I was like, holy cow, how much better I feel right now.
I'm so glad. Yeah, good. Yeah, and again, everything is very simple, very, very accessible, and it's so necessary right now. It's so necessary.
Well, I think and the reason why I think it's, I even feel like much better than I would have done it if I was home last week, is that we are I think the majority of our staff are re-entering today. And there's a high level of anxiety in this building. And, I started like 3 weeks ago. We were doing staggered entrance into the building and to the schools and to the places where we serve. And so, we had a meeting this morning, and you could just feel it. It's just like people coming in and everybody's like wishing them luck, and we're trying to support them. We're actually going to have a leadership group meeting to kind of get them back. So I'm thinking something like this as part of our meeting would probably be a really good idea, for them to just kind of, yes, the summer was crazy. We are getting back into finally seeing each other in a new world, but I think it's time to take care of ourselves. And the theme is self-care it's going to be like a 2-3 hour meeting just about that. So.
Oh, absolutely. Call upon us if you need help with that. One of the webinars that we've created is a webinar that strictly addresses what you need to do to go back in a way that feels really supportive and supported by some inner resources you can cultivate within yourself. And also things that leaders and managers need to know about the kinds of things that people are struggling with as they navigate that return to the workplace. What you're feeling and experiencing in your staff or team is real. That stress you felt in the room is real for so many different reasons, but mostly because it's likely that their surge capacity that I talked about at the beginning is like close to zero.
Yeah. And I don't want to monopolize anybody's time, but it's just we have this model called the sanctuary model. And part of the model is self-care, it's safety, emotional management, loss, and future. So we were in the realm of loss for a while, and we're creating a sense of safety by coming back and doing some reassurance and also doing this meeting, so that they could just like stop being where you are and just look to the future, even if it's just one step.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so this would most likely fit into the model that we already have. You know, in terms of ideas that we're coming up with, I definitely will most likely bring this up to our planning committee tomorrow,
Sure.
about
Good.
using something like this and
Good.
reaching out to you guys.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah. I saw Paula put her info there, and same thing, Joanna, if you need anything from me, I can send it over. So
Yeah. And coincidentally, 5 of my team are going to be at the symposium.
Oh, good. Yeah.
So it's
So
like,
they'll have a longer version of this.
yeah.
Yeah, will be available. Mm-hmm.
So my question too was, I wasn't sure if we were all going to be on video. How, like, what I want to add something to the symposium website, just letting people know they have the option, or if it is recommended.
That they be on video or not?
Yeah, I think people probably feel more comfortable not being on video, especially. So I'll just let them know, like, it will be via Zoom. You know, you have the option.
Yeah.
To video, but
No, my recommendation is if they want to be on video when I come in and sort of give the beginning, but in the actual practice itself, many people like to turn the camera off, and it helps them to kind of go inside a little bit more deeply. And one of the stressors of Zoom that I've really been thinking a lot about is this sense that we're always on. The last thing I want to do is have to be on when I'm trying to relax, right? So it's perfectly fine to be off camera and to be dressed in clothing that feels loose and relaxed as well. You don't want to have tight jeans on. You know? Again, it's just really to support, and that session is at the start of the day, so it's early, but it's going to be a great way to then go into the day and have the stamina to attend as many things as one might want to attend.
Well, and Joanna mentioned that too. Like my face feels so much better. I was like kayaking and paddleboarding this weekend, and I woke up this morning with a huge knot in my left shoulder, and like I just feel the release, and yeah, feels great.
Good, good. Anyone else? We have some time.
And I saw this was recorded. Are we able to share this with the board members who weren't able to, or would you rather not? I understand either way, but I know there were some people who had planned to attend that didn't. So that's something you're open to.
If with Christine's permission, I think that sounds really nice.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
I'll just edit the beginning and send it to you later today.
Sounds good. And I know especially we wanted to have this now because a lot of our board members will be engaged with various activities throughout the day, and chances are that I don't know if they're going to be able to participate that morning. So really appreciate you taking the time to do this and do a run through with us. And I think it also just helps too with promoting it to our attendees. We have a better idea and can put more, info on the website and our reminder emails. So this is really wonderful. Thank you both.
So if there's anything in particular that you really resonated with and would like more information about, or a reminder, what was the sequence, Christine at meetyourcenter.com, or feel free to reach out to Paula. And if there was anything in particular that you felt, if any certain issue that you're struggling with that you might want some resources on, please don't hesitate to reach out. This is a difficult time. Remember the notion of surge capacity. People are really starting to feel the gravity of all of this now. It's just kind of settling in because we're so depleted. It's perfectly normal, but we have to replenish. Okay.
Great. Well, thank you again. And, Paula, I know we'll be talking. So, and actually, if you have a minute, I can chat quickly about the forum question if that's helpful.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Thank you.